This is a quick preview of a strange fish I've wanted for a really long time. I just returned from Mississauga in Toronto, where I visited some reef shops I used to frequent. Since I got so much stuff, I brought it home as checked luggage and there were no issues at the airport. Since you couldn't actually see the fish on the scanner, I neglected to mention it, but I told them there's lots of corals, opened it up, let them swab it, and there were no issues. I wasn't really expecting to bring home a fish, but once I saw this guy, I had to. This is not a yellow tang. I know it looks a little off. It's actually a Yellow Scopas Tang. The funny thing is, running into the owner of one of the reef shops, he mentioned he hadn't seen me in a long time, so I explained to him the situation, and he told me he had something that was right up my alley. Since I wasn't planning on bringing home a fish, I simply dripped him with frag tank water while I made new salt water to replace the water in the frag tank. You can see he pooped a lot in transit, but he was only in the bag for about 8 hours, so that's not too big of an issue. I did pick up some frags. I just want to show this really bright pectina, but I'll be showing these in future updates of my display tank. I did remember to get the one thing I was looking for, was flower anemones for my sexy shrimp. I only got 2, so I'll have to get more in the future. Back to the scopas. I've never actually had a yellow tang, which is kind of weird since I've been in the hobby 13 years, but I've always been drawn to the yellow scopas. I don't know, something about them, they look like they are something that they're not. In the past, the yellow scopas I've seen, which is very infrequent, they were basically indistinguishable from a yellow tang, and only the shipping location gave away that it was a scopas. This guy though, he's not too yellow. He's yellow enough, but you can tell he's not a yellow tang. His fins are also a nice orange color. This is just under regular light. He's eating extremely well. As you can see, there's lots of poop in the tank, which also leads me to believe he does not have internal parasites. That being said, I will still run him through 3 rounds of Prazipro, since it's a pretty harmless medication. The only side effect is an appetite suppressant, which is not suppressing his appetite. And I will be running him through tank transfer as well. This is the easiest way to get rid of any chance of ick, but I do have copper on hand since tangs are very tolerant of copper, just in case he shows any other symptoms. The big thing that stopped me from getting this guy in the past is my wife always said it was stupid to spend $200 on a fish that looks like a $30 fish. Well, now with everything going on in Hawaii, yellow tangs are not $30 anymore. I did get this guy at a good price, but it was also closer to today's yellow tang price. I can't wait to get him in the display, at which time I will feature him again. Thanks for watching, and happy reefing.